No time for an intro. The battle has begun. No more subliminals. I heard Ethan is calling Moses out by name. Let's go.
It's a good time. All right, I'm going to get into something now.
Say what's on your heart, Ethan.
Nobody try to stop me.
Oh, boy. Uh-oh.
I need to do this. I need to make a point here.
What, is the Undertaker coming?
Moses,
Ethan's calling him out by name.
if you're watching this, and I know you are, listen to me very clearly, you fucking loser.
Oof. Okay, he's not holding back at all.
You're a grown man that cries and pisses to his mom every time I mention your name. Stop. I don't fucking care. I will never stop talking about you.
Pull up! Oh, rewind. We're gonna take that from the top.
Moses, if you're watching this, and I know you are, listen to me very clearly, you fucking loser. You're a grown man that cries and pisses to his mom every time I mention your name. Stop. I don't fucking care. I will never stop talking about you. You can bitch and cry and spit and moan every time to your mommy, because anytime, and it's not even when I'm like mean. It's like anytime I talk about him at all.
Well, to shoot Moses a little bail, you did say this about him last time.
What if your family member's just a giant fucking asshole?
But technically, you didn't use his name. So it could have been about any family member. Am I right?
And it's like, guess what, bitch?
Whoa, okay. I see what type of time Ethan is on. I'm going to have to censor this a bit just to ease up on Moses. Because now even I'm starting to feel bad for Moses, okay? Let me just ease up a bit, Ethan, and censor out your little swear words. I'm doing this for you. Not for me, I'm doing this for you. Because, in the long run, when you guys make up, you're going to look back at this and cringe.
This is who I am, and I will never stop. I will talk about you whenever I want, okay?
Talk your talk, Ethan. I'm not mad at him. I have been saying this forever. You can't tell Ethan to be quiet. Don't talk about me. Don't say my name. Do you know who Ethan is? The worst thing you could do to Ethan is say, don't talk about me. All right? That's just Ethan. If he wants to say something, he's gonna say it. Especially if you tell him not to say it. Moses, better you tell him, hey, talk about me whenever you want. He might have lost interest.
So cry more, you fucking loser. I will never stop. And guess what?
Can't stop, won't stop.
I just don't care anymore. And we're on the same page. We're on the same page, me and Hila.
Oh, I believe it. What did I say in the last episode? I said I love that Ethan and Hila are united in their hate for Moses. And then I laughed. But I know it's true. Anytime Ethan goes off, that's the one thing I look for. I look to see that Hila is on board. And once Hila's on board, I don't care. He can say whatever he wants to say, just as long as they're together on whatever it is. I like that. I give a little sigh of relief. Okay, what else you have to say, Ethan? I'm with you.
Suck my dick.
Hold up. Not on that part, okay? I'm not with him on that part. Can I go back and delete what I just said before?
Send that to I mean, really, generally, just this is the only way I can think to stop him bothering his poor mom.
This should help.
He's always.
Yeah. You all are laughing, H3. But Ethan had to do it. He just had to do it. Moses is playing reindeer games. I don't know what that means. I just heard it somewhere. Moses is playing games, okay? He's just playing games. And if what Ethan is saying is true, that Moses is going to his mom and tattletaling, yeah, that's annoying. You know why it's annoying, Moses? You know why it's annoying? Didn't Ethan a couple of months ago go up to you in the mall to dap you up?
It was fun. It was like a little Halloween carnival that we brought the kids to. And who do we run into but Trisha, Moses, and their lovely daughter, who I had not met before.
Oh, wow.
And I mean, it was... I don't know how they felt. I didn't think it was super awkward. I mean, we exchanged nice pleasantries and we moved on.
And you were all cordial. You're like, yeah, good seeing you. I'm putting words in their mouth. That was the time, Moses, that you could have tapped Ethan on the shoulder and said, come with me right quick over here in this corner. And you guys could have hashed it out if you had a problem. Well, we all know by now you have a problem with Ethan. You two could have hashed it out. Oh, I had this joke. See, and I took that joke out. I left a joke where I said that. So to him, he and Trisha exchanged pleasantries. But to Trisha, not new Trisha, old Trisha, she would have described that same incident as the most horrible experience in her entire life. Tell me I'm lying. I go on to say later on that Moses smiled in Ethan's face, but as soon as Ethan left, I said how Moses took out his phone and started bad-talking Ethan in the family group chat. And the reason why I said that is because that's what he's been doing since frenemy days, but I didn't want to start digging up all of those old files. But if you know, you know. So that's why I have to be on Ethan and Hila's side at this point, because Moses has a problem instead of going directly to them and talking about what the problem is or hashing it out. And you can't hash it out by telling Ethan, don't talk about me. That's the last thing you can do, because Ethan's going to say, no, I'm going to talk about whoever I want to talk about. And then you guys can come to a compromise, all right? There would have been a compromise between don't talk about me and I'm going to talk about you whenever I want. There's a compromise in between there. And you guys could have found it if you two talked directly instead of putting your poor mother into the situation.
Well, like, I need to make a point that, like, he will never succeed in what he's trying to do. He will only ever make it worse.
Read between the lines, people. You know what Moses is trying to do? Moses is trying to drive a wedge between the Kleins and the Hacmons. I'm telling you, that's what it is. He's telling Hila to stay on the Klein side, and he wants his family, his brothers and sisters, and Trisha on the Hacmon side. Ethan didn't say it, but that's what's going on. I'm telling you, that's what's going on. Ethan's hinting towards it, but I'm just going to say it. I'm going to say it. Moses has a problem with the Kleins. That's been it for a while now. But he won't say it. He would rather be passive-aggressive about the situation. He'd rather throw rocks than hide his hands. This is the result of people who are passive-aggressive. The object of their anger, given time, will explode.
And he keeps inserting his poor mom into the middle of conflict and, like, not giving her... It's all, like, one-sided because we don't go to her and complain about them to her because we're adults. Sure. We have lives. Like, dude, you have children to take care of. Just fucking be a man, okay? Whatever that means. Being a man is, you know, there's lots of ways to be a man.
We know what you mean, Ethan. Being a man is like saying be a woman. As in, don't be a boy, don't be a girl, be an adult. If there is a problem, you talk about it and work it out. You don't drag a third party into it who has nothing to do with the situation. I understand when you're 8 years old and you're fighting with your brother and your parents have to come in and play referee. You guys are adults now, Moses. You don't need to call your mom when Ethan has gone out of bounds. You don't say like, Mom, Ethan's talking about me again. Mom, make Ethan stop. Ethan won't stop. Moses, why don't you try talking to Ethan? Promise you it'll go a little better than going through your mom.
And be a woman. Be a woman. And I mean that in the sense of like being a man. Am I making myself clear?
I think so.
Crystal clear.
Perfectly.
So yeah, in summary, hi Moses, suck my dick and shut the fuck up.
Okay, Moses, just pretend he never said that, okay? Just skip over this. He doesn't mean this part. You know how Ethan gets. Don't hold it against him. But everything else, yeah, Ethan's standing on business.
With peace and love. You know, like I don't talk about them that much. Like sometimes they come up and I mention it, and every fucking time he runs and cries and spits and shits to his mom. It's like, grow up, bro. Aren't you like 60?
He's right, because look at my last video, and you would see that when they talk about Trisha and Moses, it's only because it comes up organically in the conversation. I don't want to bring up all of those videos again, because I just did it. But on each of those videos, when the topic came up, is because someone mentioned Trisha's name.
I hate
Can we have
Hila's
frenemies again?
7-3. It's not up to me. If it was up to me, I'd say yes.
or Trisha did something that was organic where they just kind of mentioned it and the talk would have probably went to Trisha and then by extension Moses.
Oh my God.
Number 1 trending King Charles. Number 2 Trisha.
Okay, I haven't told this story, but I'll say it. We ran into them recently.
Oh.
Shut up.
Through the grapevine, let me just show you guys. This is Trisha related, so warning. Oh, there's nothing bad. It's just interesting. Bring back frenemies. Bring frenemies back. She liked it.
Or people were asking them about Trisha or about frenemies or about their family. Like,
Still speak with Moses? No. And it's really hard.
Moses to me.
Hey, Moses is my brother.
Howie. Howie brought it up the last time.
Howie, did you hear that I came second place on the poker?
I did. I watched the poker thing, and then I saw Tana trying to get you to do frenemies again.
Yeah.
And then that's
And Howie brought it up the time after Trisha quit. Howie brought it up.
I also tuned into you a while back. I don't think you're doing it with her anymore, but there was that, what's her name, Trish? Are you on good terms with her?
No. Horrible.
So it's not really them, except that one time when Ethan went off around after they got married. But that's another story. Let's just pretend that didn't happen. When Ethan brought them up in February, it was such a nice convo. So if Ethan is saying every time they mention Moses complained, I'm taking it that even when Ethan told that story, and that probably ticked them off because Ethan was so nice in that story. Hey, I bumped into Moses and Trisha and the children. For real, Moses, you ran back and, your mom, the mom was there. Hila's mom was there. Now, that last time in February when they brought you up, it wasn't even anything bad. Ethan was being as nice as Ethan can be. We're grading it on a curve, right? Because it's as nice as Ethan can be.
I thought it was nice to see him, and God bless him for that. And I love that they're growing a beautiful family. I really do. As a parent myself, children are the best. They're the best. And if anything, it makes people more mature. It makes them more responsible. It makes them more loving and empathic individuals. Or it destroys them. Also, the child might be traumatized for life too and end up being a serial killer or something. But
he was nice.
Like he's old as shit. Genuinely, like he's way older than we are, and he's like an old man, and he's crying to his mom. Like, just let her live in peace, bro. Dumbass loser.
Whoa. Yeah, but leave your mom out of this. The bad part about this too, tell me if I'm wrong, and it could have changed by now, but I remember before they were saying that Hila's mom wasn't that fluid in English. Again, this was years ago, so it could have changed by now. But even if that's the case, if you're going to have Moses there interpreting what's going on to his mom, because his mom might not fully understand what Ethan is saying. Well, not this episode, but like the last couple of times that they brought up Trisha and Moses. Yeah, Moses can say whatever he wants to his mom. He could spin his version of what's happening. That won't be favorable to Hila and Ethan in any type of way.
I mean, what the man?
Mom, I'm sorry.
Trisha, I love you, girl.
Wow.
That's for those people who still don't get it, that Ethan has no problem with Trisha. He's been saying it backwards and forwards for a very long time now. At one point, there was beef with Trisha. That's true. But if you've been paying any kind of attention, or if it's too much for you to pay attention, watch my videos. Trisha, at a time, was putting herself in the beef between Hila and Moses. Ethan was always telling Trisha, hey, stay out of it, Trisha. It's between them. Stay out of it. I did a video where on Frenemies, Ethan straight up told Trisha, they have a problem, Moses and Hila. It's between them, brother and sister. Stay out of it. Let them handle it. But Trisha loved to put herself in their problems. And Trisha's smart because Trisha picked up long ago the tension in the family even before Ethan really picked up on it. But with Trisha, where she went wrong is I think she fell for Moses's version of events and that the problem stemmed from him loving Trisha when that had nothing to do with it. If you were to ask me, it was more that Moses was using Trisha as a shield against his family. Scratch that. More like Moses was using Trisha as a sword against his family. And Trisha had no problem being the sword. I think she wised up though and realized, let me stay out of it.
I was just clapping for Trisha, and not family stuff. I don't know anything about that. I don't know nothing about nobody.
Yeah, AB, it's safe for you to button up right now. Trust.
No, I'm just saying hi, girl, to Trish.
Yeah, I was clapping for that.
Yeah.
We support that.
Trisha, listen, as a friend, I miss you, and I hope that someday we can come back together. Moses, suck my d-.
Didn't I do a video where I called Moses a saboteur? I was saying he was a big saboteur, even the conflict that was going on with frenemies. You think Moses is not happy right now, sitting at the side of Trisha on her podcast? Listen, Moses got what he wanted. He got a microphone. If he didn't get it on H3, he was going to get it on Just Trish, and that's what he did. He's sitting with a microphone and a camera on his face. He has his feet up with his hands behind his head talking about checkmate, Ethan.
Thank you. That's all I have to say about that. I need to make a point. I've made my point. I will never be silenced. Do you understand? You know me. I will never be silenced.
Do you hear that, Moses? Ethan is calling you out by name. Ethan's saying, drop a 50 bag for the mob in the spot. He's calling you out. You have 24 hours to respond, Moses Lamar.
I just don't fucking care. I mean, I care, but like, I'm not gonna just not mention your name if it comes up and it's, relevant, especially if I'm not even being mean. But when you do this, I do want to be mean.
You're doing a good job.
So I'm being mean.
Yeah.
Moses, Ethan is saying he's been playing nice with you this whole entire time, minus that one video that he had to delete. And he deleted it, okay? He deleted it. But you can still watch it on my channel. He is telling you right now, this is him being nice before. Now he's telling you, this is me when I'm really upset. So can't you tell the difference of him playing nice versus him playing mean? Okay, so now if you were to complain to your mom, there's nothing we can say. Okay, you have valid reason. But before you didn't. Before you didn't.
What a loser. God damn. How old am I? 39? So he's like in his 50s. He's legit in his 50s. That's an old guy. He needs to grow up. Thank you.
Old man.
All right. Oh, he's 46. Okay. Close enough.
I'm 46.
No, he's a young man then. he's a spry young man. And he has so much life to live.
So much.
But I get what Ethan is saying, right? Ethan is under the impression that the older you get, the more wise you become. And Ethan, as you have found out, no. You're either are or you're not. No amount of years is going to add any wisdom to you if you're not looking for it. And right now, in your case, Moses is not looking to be the wise older brother. You remember, you guys, Moses is like a guru, even though he won't even call himself a guru. Remember the whole water shtick? Remember, this guy's been dressed up like Jesus for how many years? He loved playing Jesus, but he doesn't love the forgiveness angle of Jesus.
Oof. Hila, I didn't know if you're watching.
No, but I think she's going to appreciate what I did.
Oh, yeah.
No, you guys don't know. You guys don't know. I think she will. I need to make this point, okay? It's done.
Ethan is ride or die for his wife. I love it. This is it. He's like, listen, hun, let me handle this. She's probably like, what are you going to do, Ethan? Don't worry about it. Because he needs to give her plausible deniability, right? He can't tell her what he's doing. And then he goes off by himself. Hila's nowhere there. But he's saying what needs to be said, what she can't say. Because she'll get backlash. He doesn't care. He'll take all the slings and arrows for his wife. So he's willing to put himself out there, whereas what's Moses going to do? Moses hides behind his mom and he hides behind Trisha. But you have a mic now, Moses. You can't hide anymore, Moses. You have a mic.
All right, now, so there you have it. Anything else?
Is there anybody else you want to come out of left field and just tear into, like Moses a minute ago? Anybody?
Yeah,
any more
Dan,
bridges
I got
today?
a bone to pick.
Uh-oh.
With the fucking weatherman over here, who's always taking over my show. No,
I
not really.
I don't do the weather.
But weather will be coming soon. Next week.
Imagine being 50 and then sending
Oh boy.
a fucking like
That should not
TikTok
have brought
link
this back
from
up.
like a tiny drama T channel
Uh-oh.
that's like obsessed with me.
Whew. Okay, they're not talking about me. That's good. Because my TikTok is straight up jokes.
That's what I'm worried about
Boyfriends are
Moses, is
different.
that she's got a Rolodex of all the shit on you. And then when shit goes wrong, she's gonna try to ruin
Shit
your
has
fucking
gone
life.
wrong, and I don't expose stuff I know.
Well, yes, you did.
No, I didn't.
Well, yes, you did.
No, I didn't.
Well, yes, you did.
No, I didn't.
Well, you did accuse him of fucking kind of flirting with underage girls.
No, that wasn't it. That was not.
Well, that was kind of fucked up.
No.
There's no way Moses could have a problem with my TikToks. If he's been sending my TikToks to his mother, trust me, his mom is falling over laughing.
I don't want to separate Moses from his family. I apologize. Like, I want him to be with his family.
And we all.
I want you all to come to the wedding. I want, like,
Okay,
the
and
clout.
we
The clout. The clout.
and we.
I mean, I literally don't know what you're talking about, but I mean,
Just imagine being a 50-year-old man with kids, and you go to a tiny little drama TikTok that's like obsessed with me specifically, like a hate channel, and sending that link to your mother.
that's
See, if I spent longer on this video, I would have gone to check and try and find out what this small TikTok channel is that Ethan is referring to, just to get a grasp on what is going on here. But I wanted to rush his video out, so let's just take Ethan at his word that this is what Moses has been up to.
you know, I no comment.
That's pretty-
don't
pretty
involve me in
pathetic,
this
right?
shit.
It is
I don't
pretty
know
pathetic.
nothing about nobody.
You can say it. You can say it. It's pathetic.
I'm not.
I mean,
no, it's
it is
pathetic, no.
objectively pathetic. Say it, Dan.
It's your call to make, sir.
We all know.
Good job staying out of it, Dan, because it would be very, very awkward when Hila and Moses make up and you have to face him again, right? You know, you don't want to pick sides in a family matter. Never mind the fact that Moses really doesn't like you either. Trust me, you guys. You know how I joke that Trisha doesn't like AB? Kind of joking. Moses doesn't like Dan. I know he doesn't. I know it. I know it. I haven't said it. I don't think I've ever said it before, but I know he doesn't like Dan. He doesn't.
It's pathetic.
I've never seen you unhinged live. This is pretty fun.
Oh, you haven't?
No, this is great.
Well, it's just a matter of time. You know what I mean?
This is run of the mill for Ethan. This is fun for him. Ethan got up on the wrong side of the bed today and was like, yep, it's time for me to give it to Moses.
I'm with you, Ethan. I had some beef, a small beef with my brother like 2 years ago, and I chose not to tell my mom, and he immediately ran to her.
Ooh.
And
It's
I was kind of
on,
annoyed because
man.
it's like we could have moved on from it, and then it became a bigger deal.
And the thing is, when they do that,
Mom, I'm sorry.
they do it so they can frame the story so they're the good guy and you're the bad guy.
That's
And-
100% how it was.
Okay, dude who's speaking, all right? I don't know who you are. I've been gone a year, but what I'm going to need you to do is stop talking over Ethan, because Ethan was about to explain more things, and then you come on with your story, and although it relates, I kind of don't want to hear it right now. But did you hear what Ethan said? Ethan just said what I just said in my last video. Because believe you me, Moses is showing up to any invitation given. And I bet you when he goes to the family gatherings, he's going to be saying he has no issue with Hila. That Hila's the one that has an issue with him. That way he can control the narrative. That's what I'm saying. If Moses is spending more time around their family, he's controlling the narrative. And the narrative is, oh, poor me, Hila and Ethan are bullying me. That's how Moses is doing it. And again, I'm going to tell you, Moses has legit beef. I'm not even going to say he doesn't. He has legit beef with Hila and Ethan. I don't know if he's ever really told them that this is what the beef is. He's going to tell them some cockamamie story where the beef is, he's going to say, oh, they talked about Trisha, my wife, and, you know, and oh, you can't have that. That's probably what he's going to frame the story as, like they're picking on them. That's why these two are going over and above beyond saying they have no issue with Trisha. And I get into this more because I'm doing a video on the I Am Moses. I'm doing a voiceover for that. So I explain it in that video that was supposed to come out now, but I'm putting out this instead. So make sure you watch that one when it comes out because I'll explain it in further detail. But Moses, before you didn't have a platform. So when Ethan and Hila were talking about you and Trisha and you had no way to respond to hundreds of thousands of people, I can see you being frustrated. But right now you have a platform that last I checked in my last video, you guys are hitting over millions sometimes. You don't think you're going to hit that number if you title it What Really Happened at Frenemies and then say your piece. You have the platform. You can't still cry about Ethan's talked about me on Frenemies and he put all this nonsense stories out about me that aren't true and I couldn't defend myself. You can defend yourself now. And what do you choose to do instead is go to your mom. Even if you went to Ethan, I would have been like, okay, at least you did something. But you didn't. You just went to your mom. Okay, Ethan is still talking about you after you told your mom to tell him to stop talking about you. You have a platform. Give your side of the story if you don't want to work it out behind the scenes. But it's so weird and awkward that everybody's coming around asking you guys about frenemies and you guys aren't going to talk about it, which is fine. I don't mind you taking, if you think that's the high road by not talking about it, cool. Great. Keep on doing it. But it doesn't count if you're still mumbling to your mom about it. That's not you not talking about it, right? So either you guys aren't going to say anything or defend yourself.
I mean, we're over it now. It was just something between me and his fiance now.
Oh, I take that back. Guy whose name I don't know, I take it back. Your story is very relevant because I heard you say it's some fiance who at the time was a girlfriend, but now is a fiance and is about to marry your brother. This is what I'm telling you guys. Stay out of, especially in family, stay out of your in-laws' business. Do me a favor, stay out of it. Now I have to say even girlfriends and boyfriends because they could be eventually their husband or wife. Stay out of it. You know how you could be in your marriage and there's an issue and you solve it between yourselves? Then comes these other people who need 3, 4, 5 people in their business to solve their marriage problems. Like, what's up with that? Stay out of it because once they make up, you become the bad guy and they won't let you forget it. So I'm sorry it had to happen to Hila and Ethan, even though, again, I maintain it wasn't about Trisha, but Moses was smart. Moses used Trisha in the right way. I gotta say it, Moses. I gotta hand it to you. Ethan says that you're not gonna win, but so far, you might have the edge.
And I wasn't saying anything because I didn't want to make her look bad, but they both went to her.
Nate, is he 60 years old?
No, he's only 3 years older than me, so
Okay.
he's 32.
Still too old for that.
Still too old.
Yeah.
But I feel like when you're right, you're not gonna go bitch to your mom to try to frame the conversation to your advantage. You know what I mean? Like we don't tell anybody because we're fine.
Yeah, I'm with Ethan. I don't know why Moses just can't pick up the phone. And even if Ethan is saying your name, saying something you don't like, Moses, pick up the phone and tell Ethan, hey, I don't like what you're saying about me. Because if you're going to ignore him, right? If that's what you want to do, then ignore him if that's what you want to do. But you're not. The fact that you're getting messages through somebody else to him proves you're not ignoring him. So what are you doing, Moses? All right? This is not the method, Grey Rock method, whatever you're trying to do. It doesn't work if you're still passing messages through a third party. You're either going to deal with it head on. Ethan isn't scary. All Ethan has is mouth. We all know. And you're soft-spoken, but I know you can speak. Clear the air. Because even if you come with some kind of niceness about you, Ethan melts. If Ethan can make up, this is what shocked me. When Ethan made up with Jeff after Jeff sent that goon to his house trying to scare him. So if Ethan can make up with Jeff, and I saw Jeff in a screenshot, he was on Just Trish. And I remember Trish back in the day was going off how Jeff was threatening her. Okay, now you are sitting beside this dude on the couch. So you can't tell me you guys are piecing it up with random people in Hollywood, but you can't piece it up with your little sister and her husband.
That's what I felt like in the moment, that he was trying to frame it where we didn't do anything that bad. It was Nate. Nate did it all. And my mom was like, I know Nate didn't do it all, so chill out.
That's good.
W mom.
But yeah, thank you for sharing that, Nate. Really is a shame when your brother-in-law is a giant fucking bitch.
And a loser, I think.
And a loser.
Right?
Yeah, a loser.
Okay.
I'll say that.
Stupid bitch.
But also say this. I even say this. I'll say nice. I say he seems like a good dad. Seems like he's taking good care of his kids.
Nah, Ethan. That's where you went wrong, all right? You're supposed to start off with the love, all right? You're supposed to start off with the positive. You're supposed to say all this stuff about him being a nice dad at the beginning. And then you go off on him. Technically, that's how you're supposed to go off on somebody. You say the good things first, and then you kick their back in. Not literally, of course.
And he'll send that and be like, look, you won't stop talking about me. Dork.
Just take that clip and send it to your mom.
Oh, by the way, you look like an idiot with your haircut. You look like a dork. Sorry.
I don't know, Ethan. I think he looks rather distinguished. I'm telling y'all, when I saw this picture, I'm like, this is going to be picture I use forever for Moses, okay? Anything that goes out, I'm going to use this picture. Look at him. Did he get a spray tan for this picture? How dare you, Ethan? Moses looks sharp, okay? I will not stand for this Moses slander.
I said it.
I could watch 3 more hours of this.
I'm just going to say it now, okay? And every time you go and complain, I'm going to do another 30 minutes.
Tell Ethan he's lying. Ethan's not lying. He's telling you this is how it's going to go. You talk to your mom, Moses. He's going to go off on you on his show. Hey, why don't you guys pick up the phone and do a truce or something? But like, you have to talk to him. It doesn't work when you bring your mom into it. Come on. Or, again, I'm not even saying you have to do that. If it's so bad and you don't want any association with Ethan and your sister, I get it too. But if you're going that route, it doesn't work when they hear through the grapevine that you're still talking about them. You get it? You can't have it both ways. You either shut them out completely or you can talk to them and come to the compromise. It doesn't work when they know you're still communicating and you're still very aware of everything they're up to. So now I'm not even mad all the times that Ethan has been mentioning you guys. It's because every time, the one time he did, he got a phone call. The second time he did, he got a phone call. He's still getting phone calls. So he's like, oh, you guys are still watching everything they're doing. He's not bringing you guys up out of nowhere. He knows you're watching. It defeats the purpose.
They asked me to pretend like we didn't have like the biggest podcast in the world together like a few years ago. Like it's a huge deal. And they want me to just pretend like I don't fucking know either of them. Like, no, I don't care. Why? I don't owe you shit. And anyway, I feel like I've been super reasonable and fine when I talk about them, you know, up until this point.
And also...
Not that I'm not being unreasonable. Go ahead, AV,
There's
please.
a lot of crossover as well, and everyone always brings up each other to you guys, so...
Didn't we say last video, it's a mess, it's not going to work because Tana's going around, Tana's friends with Trisha and Ethan, and she's going back and forth with Ethan. Hey, can frenemies get back together? Didn't I say if Trisha's acting like she don't want to talk about Ethan, her good friend or friend, whoever Tana is now, that she's hanging around with all the time, if Tana's going around talking about it and bringing it up on air, it looks messy. I see Jeff on your podcast. And I know Jeff goes on H3 all the time. Howie's talking about it. You guys can't escape it. That's your own doing. That's what I'm saying, Trisha, even though you weren't talking about him, you were doing good, but you're associating it with all the same people. When they mention Ethan, obviously you guys are cutting it out because there's no way I'm going to believe they're not mentioning it to you. Ethan does a live show. So when people bring up your name, he can't cut it out, so to speak. It's live. He has to go with the flow. So yeah, I don't mind Ethan saying he's been playing nice for a while. I've been gone for a year and I brought up 3 times he mentioned you since I was gone. And the only time that you could consider a little bad was with Howie. And that wasn't even, it was just when Ethan said that part about the family member being a blank hole. But, and even then, Hila was saying she wanted to work things out to just be cordial. I can't even be mad at someone saying, hey, can we just be cordial? You can't go around telling people, you cannot mention my name. Nah. That's not how it works here. Especially not to Ethan.
It's going to happen.
It's going to happen. Well, yeah, the latest one was Howie he was on me about when his friend was coming back.
Yeah.
So he forced me in this position, which, again, I'm happy. I don't shy away. I like to answer anyone's question about anything, anytime.
True, that's Ethan.
And then he sends a clip of Howie having forced me into this conversation to the mom to be like, look, he won't shut up. It's like, you fucking coward. Loser.
Moses, you're wrong for that. That wasn't his fault. Howie brought it up. It's true. So why didn't you show your mom the part where Hila said that she wanted to work things out and to be cordial? You could have showed her that part. Kind of gave your mom some ease. No, instead you showed the part where Ethan was like...
What if your family member's just a giant fucking asshole?
He didn't say your name, Moses. I mean, for all we know, it could have been another family member who is even more passively aggressive than you.
He needs to do some meditating. Next time before you call your mom, Moses, do a little of this. Exactly. I love you, Trisha. I do. I miss you, though. Yeah. All right. Got that off my chest. Let me see if I got any texts. Nope. Not so far. Good.
Good job, Ethan. You're in the clear.
Oh. Okay.
Thank you.
Save me, Zach.
Thank you.
Zach actually saved me from one.